Hello everybody, welcome back to Tiki Taka Football, and as usual today I have David Majite here with me, and today I have a guest here, Selom Hodasi. And before we start anything, please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel right now. We are waiting. So today we'll be talking about a lot of interesting things. We'll be talking about Manchester United centre backs. We'll be talking about Chelsea's improved form under the new manager, and we'll be talking about West Ham United playing the football of their lives. So let's start off first. Knowing perfectly well that you two are Manchester United fans, let's start off talking about Manchester United centre backs. Do you think that Manchester United centre backs have cost us the league already? I'm not going to say are going to cost us, but I've said have cost us the league already. So let me start with my guest here today. Let me start with Selom. Selom, what do you think? Do you think that the pairing of Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof has caused Manchester United to be 10 points behind Manchester City?
Well, I mean, they've been the source of our downfall for a number of games now. I think over the weekend against West Brom, look at the number of chances they wasted. The one West Brom striker missed, like the one-on-one with De Gea. Look at what happened. Maguire, he's about 200 pounds. Look at how big he is. How are you letting that guy like bully you off the ball? And he's there complaining for a foul. The game before that, the Everton match, you are the captain of Manchester United. You've been taught like all the trainings, like all the defending secrets there is. And you are there giving them, you can't even set up a correct offside trap. And he's there literally after every foul, he's looking at the linesman, knowing very well, like he has I honestly can't. And Lindelof, like he's like someone who's supposed to be Scandinavian. They are known for their brute force, their aggressiveness. Look at Ibra. Like you are literally from the same country with Ibra. You are behaving like a baby. You are letting attackers push you around. Look, I've been hearing that Ramos might not be signing. I think that we really have to go for him to help either Maguire or Lindelof, because the two of them together is just horrible. I mean, any Man U fan watching knows that we are not going to keep a clean sheet unless the team is just shit. Because the two of them alone. No, like the fact that West Brom gave us like a tough time, like they could have literally scored 3. I think there was a chance Pereira gave diagonal cross to their striker. And Lindelof could have easily intercepted it, but he let the guy come across him, and he missed the chance. What was that? I mean, what is that, Oklu? What is that? I mean,
so I see you're definitely not pleased with the centre-back pairing. David, I need to bring you into this heated discussion because your boy right now is raging. So what do you think about this centre-back pairing? Because it seems that they have cost us our league charge.
Yeah, definitely. I think Maguire and Lindelof are definitely not the centre-back pairing that is going to send Manchester United to the next level. So it's either... So if we are going to stick with our current situations, either we go with Maguire and Bailly. That's our best centre-back player at the moment, because Bailly has the pace to help Maguire. He also has the bravery, he has the aerial stuff. But if you are playing Maguire and Lindelof, that's not going to work. So at the moment, it's Maguire and Bailly. So either that or me. Honestly, I think in the long run, maybe they might not do because he came for 18 million and all that. But I don't think Maguire should be the starting centre-back. Honestly, I don't think he's. What is he very good at? Like, what is he very like? He has the heading, even the heading crowd.
He's trying at the head. I think that he's just an average centre back.
Yeah, I think he's average. I think he has been overhyped. I think he has been overhyped because even Leicester said before he came, honestly, he didn't do anything extraordinary.
I think on his day he could be very good with the right partner. With the right partner. Like Maguire could be like something, not special, but something.
Definitely with the right partner. That's what I'm saying. If you want him to play right now, then play him with Bailly. But then if you're not going to bench Maguire,
but you saying playing him with Bailly cannot stay fit for an entire season. He's a broken Rolls Royce. We all know what he's capable of, but what's good a Rolls Royce when it is sport?
Okay, so yeah, I get what you mean. That's a very good point.
So
but
obviously,
there are some games you can play Maguire and Lindelof.
No, but you should know that obviously Lindelof is more consistent in terms of injuries and recovery and all of that, and you can guarantee.
But then Bailly was available for our last 2 games.
Yeah, but you know what to expect from Lindelof. but you don't know what to expect from Eric. Personally, I think that
I don't know what to expect from him.
no, personally with Eric, I think that he needs somebody strong by him. So on the day where Harry Maguire is not strong at all, Eric is poor. Eric flies into tackles. Did you see the pass he gave to Harry Kane or attempted pass when they scored at 6? No, do you know that was no, don't give me the whole.
No, that much, fine, he made a mistake, but everyone was
because Eric was poor because Harry was poor. Harry gave away the first goal, and now Eric doesn't know what to do. He's confused because he needs a leader by him.
Van Dijk has had poor games.
Yeah, but Joe Gomez is not a broken Rolls Royce. I describe.
No, my point is you can't just use that one game to judge by.
No, I'm just giving you an example off the top of my head.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Defender, then you make mistakes, and right now everyone wants to be a ball playing defender, so you're going to misplace some passes.
But Eric is not reliable in my view. I think he's very good.
So you rotate him, but for the match, you see, that's like one thing about Ole too is like he doesn't steady his opponents. You know that West Brom, they like this long throw.
And he has to bring the coach into the mix.
You see, people don't like Ole. People think I have an Ole agenda, but it's just like you don't need to go to coaching school or go and do your coaching classes to see. You know that even with Calvert-Lewin, we know that he's aggressive. He's very tall, and we know our best aggressive and like someone who can battle Calvert-Lewin is definitely. You have to pair Maguire and Bailly together to do a good job. But Lindelof is not aggressive.
But I genuinely think we don't know what's happening in the back. So you can't really put your finger on it.
Once the person's on the bench, why can't he play? That's my point. Because I've been the bench for the last 2 days and the last 2 games.
Obviously, you should ask yourself why. There's obviously a reason because, as I said, Eric is a broken Rolls Royce. You don't know what to expect with him.
Yeah, I mean, then we should go and buy a centre back. We need to buy 2 centre backs.
So,
right now, Upamecano is going to buy him, so I don't even
Salom, let me bring you into the mix. What do you think is the solution for this centre back predicament?
Well, with Eric, in his defense, it's not like it's his. I know it's no one's fault. I know it's no one's fault that they get injured, but sometimes when he goes in for tackles, it's not like he puts his heart into it. That's why sometimes he gets injured with it. Like he gives his all, going for like a header, going for like a slide tackle or anything. Like he gives his all, like with his intention to win the ball.
Yeah.
Someone like Maguire. Let me just stretch my leg, see what happens. Let me just stretch my leg and see what happens. He gets nutmeg. That's it. Lindelof. Let me go. I'm not sure. Should I go? Should I come? Should I go? Should I go? I'm beating.
I want you all to understand that. Do you guys know that Harry Maguire is the best defender at Manchester United at the moment?
I doubt. For me, it's Bailly.
Eric,
for me, Bailly is better than Maguire.
But you can't tell me that you have a Rolls Royce and it's good. By sports and spark your house. What's the point?
If you're bringing fitness in, then maybe you can say
no. That's what makes it. Then I might as well
put football down. Let's defend.
Then I might as well say that Neymar is the greatest ever. Neymar could be the greatest ever, but he's not because he's always
not because he's injured. Because Messi Ronaldo.
No.
But his time, he has like 10 more years to prove he's going to be the best ever.
When Ronaldo. Messi era is can say it's kind of dying out. So we'll see.
No, but I think Harry Maguire is the best Manchester United defender. He's the most consistent. Harry Maguire played every minute of last season.
And why do you think that's so?
Because he's the most consistent.
I think you have to agree with me on that one.
He's the most consistent centre back.
But why can't you rotate him?
No. Don't tell me because of 18 million. Okay, obviously he plays a factor, but like
will you trust Lindelof and Bailly together?
No. No, it's not going to happen.
One is like full guns blazing, one is I'm afraid. No. So when they beat the full guns blazing one and then the one who's afraid,
one or Lindelof and Bailly before, honestly.
I can't recall.
It never works. It never.
You've never tried it. How do you know it never works?
No, I'm sure it has been done before because one time.
So I tell me if you are playing.
I think it was a cup match. Harry Maguire was on the bench, and in less than 2 seconds, Eric got hurt. So
it was the one against Watford. He got a head injury, and he was fit, but it was a precaution, so Maguire had to come in.
You see, something like that. He's not reliable.
Because I don't see why you have to play Maguire every week. So if you are playing FA Cup against
let me give you an example.
Or something like that. There's no way Maguire should play that one.
Let me give you an example.
He
scored.
Guys, let's relax. But what I'm trying to tell you that he's the most reliable. He's the one you can trust. Nobody else. Look at Axel Twazembe. That guy will come in and surely make a mistake.
It's literally been twice. It's been
last
twice.
time was it Everton?
No, but then their mistakes shouldn't be making.
Like honest,
Like Everton one.
something like okay, so like that it was a big mistake. But you can't just like look at what's going on behind the scenes. Like on the ratio, it's something that is going to end. Like I know, like once he gets on the pitch, like he's already mentally, he's not mentally, he's fragile.
If you know that he's not in the right mental state, don't add him to
So
the team.
how will we get better if he doesn't have like something to prove himself? Like go and prove, like I'm here.
No,
I'm not afraid of you. I'm going to show you.
But the thing is, you don't have anyone because if Axel is not there, we can't put food.
I mean, we've seen.
So you have to be.
No, we've seen like you see how Axel pocketed. What's that guy? Mbappe.
Yeah.
And Neymar too. Like
that was the one hit.
It was there. Why?
I mean, after that, like a 5 back.
After that, they gave him his chance and he messed it up. So right now, I want to ask David. David, tell me, what do you think is the solution? Do you think Ramos is the solution right now? Here, Upamecano has gone to Bayern. Do you think Koundé is the choice? What do you make of this whole situation?
Because the thing for me is two things.
Yeah.
If you won't buy someone and you are going with people in the club already, and you want to get the best out of what you have at the club, it's Maguire and buy. But if you want to go and buy, then you need to buy two, and not one or two. So I think Koundé is good because he's young, he's very like feisty, he can. He's good aerial and all that. I think he's also good on the ball. Upamecano right now, we've lost him. Ramos, I don't know if Ramos will be very good for us because he has the experience, the know-how, everything. But we'll be able to convince him to come to the club. Like who at the club can only convince Ramos to come. If Ramos says he won't come, who is going to convince him? That's the problem. So Ramos and Koundé will be
your preferred option.
Yeah, but then
what do you make of what David just said?
I agree with him.
You think that's the best?
Yeah, I think in my opinion,
there's
only one thing to do. Buy. There's nothing like let's go to the youth, see who's coming up, forget them. Look at these two, forget them. Buy. So I'm telling you, if it wasn't for that 9-0 against Southampton, I don't think I'd go different. We are 19 plus 90, so remove the 9. What's that? 10. I mean, so that's just like, okay, what my is saying, like Ramos, there's no way Ramos is like sit down there, look at Oli, okay, convince me. Like he will just, to be honest, he will just laugh. Like you are the one, like, I mean, I feel like if he's there, Woodward has to like go all out. He's old, but at least see what Cavani is doing. Like he has 2 good seasons in him. Then we go for, I think the Koundé is talking about.
So it's not like he has lost his pace or anything. He's not as fast as.
And we also need that. We need that leadership because because I think, to be honest, Maguire is okay, and I think with Ramos by his side, shouting at him every single day, like he will start picking some things up. He knows that if he fucks up, he's finished. So we need someone like Ramos.
Like when Maguire messes up, no one is there to tell him because like he's the one who is supposed to tell people what to do. So like there's no one to correct him.
I get you.
We're really the one who sometimes can talk to him, but then.
Okay, so you guys are saying buy.
Yeah.
So what becomes of Eric and Lindelof? If you want 2 centre backs, do we ship Eric out or we ship Lindelof out? Who has to go?
I don't know because I don't know. Sometimes I think they've even cancelled him because I don't know how. Like the guy can have good round of form, then just like that, the guy is injured. So if you get, because already I think Jones will be leaving at the end of the season.
No, definitely. There's no hope for him.
So it's just Maguire, Lindelof, Eric, Twanzebe, and Ramos. Sorry, Maguire, Twanzebe, Lindelof, buy. So if you buy 2 more, that's 6.
Yeah.
You can loan Twanzebe.
Yeah.
So we'll have 5 centre backs, and I think that's fine.
That's very fine.
I think there's just ship him out, ship Lindelof out.
Lindelof.
The coach who bought him.
Don't sell.
No.
The coach not sell Lindelof.
I know, but
they change the coach.
I think me like the coach who's Jose bought him, and Jose is known for his defending, and Lindelof couldn't deliver the type of defending. So what can Lindelof do? I think if Ramos comes and we get a second replacement, I think it's best to ship Lindelof out. Like no offense.
I think that Lindelof
get
is
some money.
Solid squad player. Like he can come in for Carabao Cup games and things, but not a Premier League game. Like not like he can be a rotation player. Like or if somebody gets hurt, obviously if Ramos comes in, he can't play the whole season. Like he comes off and Lindelof can fill in and picking some things up from Sergio. I think. So enough about Manchester United and this centre back predicament. But before we move on to the next topic, do you guys know that the title race is over? Like, there's no title race, and Manchester City have won it.
Oh, I mean, there's no doubt.
Honestly,
Beyond the doubts.
I don't think, even though we are first, everyone needs that. Manchester, like, but we're taking our time. We're just going with the flow, like we are first. All the social media fooling and all that. But then, like, everyone.
It's just banter.
Yeah, it was too early to say anything.
All right. Thank you. So the next thing we'll be talking about is Chelsea. So since Frank Lampard got sacked, we have not been here. And what do you guys think about the decision by Roman Abramovich to sack Frank? Majite, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it was the right decision because for a club like Chelsea, Lampard wasn't meeting expectations. They were getting some poor results that they were not supposed to get. They were, I mean, if you ask me what's Lampard's style of play or what's the style of football, I can't honestly tell you what the style of football was. So I couldn't see where they were going under Lampard. So I think it was the right decision, honestly.
So what do you think?
I'm not gonna lie, I miss Frank.
You miss Frank, eh?
I miss Frank, but I mean, everyone knows the Chelsea hierarchy. You fool, you go. So, but when it comes to Thomas, Chelsea's new form, I haven't really seen anything that's indicating that, okay, right now this form is going to be like the way going forward. Like, I've not really seen a style. Maybe it's me, but I've not really seen any like major improvement. Just that maybe they've been passing a lot more. But when you look at when you watch all of their games, I've not really seen a game where like he has said, okay, we put a stamp on this match. Like, this is the new Chelsea. This is how we're going to play. This is how we're going to show dominate. I mean, like, I think the only big team they played was, I think, Spurs. Yeah. And if you had watched that match, you see that match was like very awful. Like, Spurs without Kane were just horrendous. Like, no sense of urgency, no tactics, no style of play going forward. And when you see Chelsea going forward too, they didn't really go with any like crazy charisma, like, okay, let's pass 1-2. Like, they just went there like, okay, let's see what we can do here. And luckily for them, Dyer was just being stupid and gave them a straight penalty. So in my opinion, I've not really seen anything crazy that's showing us that Chelsea is here to, like, this new Chelsea is come to take over.
David, let me bring you in on this. Don't you think that what Selom is saying, he's a little too early to judge the manager? He has managed about five games, and it's too early to say that he just hasn't had enough time yet.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always, every manager would like to come in during the preseason so you have enough time to prepare the team. Yeah. Let them know the style of play and all that. But unfortunately, he came mid-season and he only had enough time. But I think even with that, you can still see, because I think after his first game in charge, I think only his first game in charge, it was Wolves. The style of football, they're passing much faster. So like there was some sense of agency, movement of the ball and all that. And you can see he likes pacey, quick movement and all that. So definitely you can see he has a style of play, he has a picture in mind and all that. But for the players to get used to it and implement it successfully, it takes some time, and that's what we need to give him.
And in my defense, I wasn't saying that it's too early. It was like based on the fact that maybe what the new Chelsea fans, I was like, trust Thomas Tuchel, like they are back. I'm just trying to say that you've had a good run of form, but there's not under like the 5 games, there was no game that against any big. I think the games they had a grasp over, like they were full in control. Maybe some lower, the bottom 7 teams. That's where I saw. But I'm like, there's no big game that I'm not saying that they're not coming up, but there's no big game that we've seen that right here to challenge for the title.
So you're not convinced.
No, I'm not convinced. I want to see them. I want to see something that's going to prove that I'm here. I'm taking over. City, watch out next season. Man U, watch out next season. Liverpool, watch out. That's what I want to say. I'm not saying that their run of form is not good. I'm just saying that I want to see something. Because we can't just be based. Only came, we won, after PSG. What happened?
Yeah, I get
so I need to see more.
All right. So what do you think about the new coach, Thomas Tuchel, dropping their £80 million signing Kai Havertz?
I think for me, it's the right decision because he needs time to adapt to the physicality of the Premier League. Like we said, he's talented. Don't get me wrong on that. He's talented, but it's not easy from Bundesliga to Premier League. Like we said, that's why even Thiago, you can even say that's why Thiago is suffering. Because see, like Bundesliga, I have a lot of time to look out, pick your passes, all that. But in the Premier League, as soon as you don't even get to look out, when you get the ball, people are, like if you play like Burnley, don't give him time to even look up. They come to tackle you. So like you have to adapt to another. But I don't think he has completely shining, but I think they are working on something behind the scenes, and definitely he'll be a big part in their success like in the future. But as of now, he has a lot to learn. So, yeah.
All right. So Selom, what do you think about Kai Havertz being benched? He has not been in the team for the past few games now. He has not been on the bench.
I mean, we can't just jump to conclusions right now. I think they are both German, so something like this is going to be a motivating factor for Havertz. Like speaking the language, I think if I was like trying to give you instructions, listen like French, you speak English, it's not going to flow directly with you. But I think having your countryman, someone who believes in you, someone who has probably wanted you when he was in Dortmund, something like it's going to push you. So I don't think with the way they are playing, they are camera, so there's no need to push him or force him. That 80 million price tag is like weighing on his shoulders, but I think like with a little more time with a little more time helping you get, and I feel like Leverkusen is very different from Chelsea. Bundesliga is very different from the Premier League. I mean, in Leverkusen, he was their captain. He gets the ball, he takes his time, a few step overs, maybe a Rabona or something flick, gives the pass, we go, tip over. It's not like Powerbomb is nowhere near Burnley. Burnley is going to come at you. Burnley is going to force you to make that mistake. Powerbomb is going to sit down, watch you do something, and hope that you don't score, then they try and get a counter attack. So then Bundesliga is very different. He had all the time in the world to do what he wanted, pick a pass, shoot, just run for it. But I think in this new system, it's demanding much more from it. If you realize something, or most of the summer signings that have come, I don't know how many of them have really like hit the ground running except from Jota. I feel like I don't know why no one is talking about Ziyech. I don't know how many times he has played under Tuchel since he came. How many times? You guys once or so, and that's a Ziyech, a Champions League semi-finalist, a Ballon d'Or nominee, someone regarded as one of the best players. He's on the bench, but no one bats an eye because of the price tag. I mean, we have to see more. So hopefully.
What do you guys think about this new coach dropping £15 million worth of Ben Chilwell for Marcus Alonso, who was obviously out of favour under Frank, and now his fortunes have seemed to change all of a sudden, and he's a regular starter. So David, what do you think about Tuchel's decision to bench Ben Chilwell for Marcus Alonso?
Yeah, I think it's just about who took the opportunity, because I think Chilwell had this opportunity in the first game, didn't take his chance. Alonso had the second game, took his chance, scored a goal. So I mean, Tuchel just being fair, he just being respectful to them, and he just gave Alonso, a place, because he took his chance on that day and Chilwell didn't. So I think long term, Chilwell might come back. He has a lot of stuff to show.
So Selom, what do you think?
I've said this time and time and again, and I'll say it again. Ben Chilwell is an overpriced Luke Shaw.
You know what?
He's an overpriced Luke Shaw. I mean, with the switch with Alonso, I think, like Vajli said, everyone is given a fresh start, so he has no reason not to play Alonso now. But in my opinion, Alonso is going to let them down eventually. I don't know. This is not like the Alonso of like 2 seasons ago when he was hitting free kicks against Spurs and whatnot. I feel like this Alonso is where he will be their weak link, and if a big team faces them, I feel like that's where they'll be found wanting. So I feel like although Tuchel has benched Chilwell for Alonso at the moment, I feel like in the long run he will realize his mistake and bring Chilwell back into the fold.
All right, so let's wrap it up quickly on Chelsea. Do you think, David, that Chelsea could make the top 4?
Yeah, I think definitely Chelsea can make the top 4. And right now they are 4th, so definitely they are going to be. Right now the way the league is, like, teams are not really consistent and all that. So if you can just string around on like 3 wins, you make the top 4. So I think for what I've seen from them, I think they can make the top 4.
Selom, do you think they can make the top 4?
Oh, definitely. With the way things are going right now, United, Leicester and Liverpool all going up, down, winning today, drawing tomorrow, losing the next day. I feel like it's anyone's game at the moment. And if Chelsea continue to take their chances, they are definitely going to end up in the top 4 for sure.
All right. So the next thing we'll be talking about is the champions. Liverpool started very well in the Premier League, and there was this blip, mind you, and that was with Van Dijk against Aston Villa. They conceded 7. And now, since then, everything has started going down. What do you think is wrong with this Liverpool team? Because I don't think that you could tell me that because of 2 players missing, it should cause a downfall of the whole team. 2 starting players, because Jota is not a starter. So, Selom, what do you think? What do you think about Liverpool's poor form in the past few weeks?
I think it's down to several factors. I feel like the 2 players that are missing, they are key players, and they are key players for a reason. And with their form right now, we can actually see why they are the key players. And I think with another factor being Thiago's position, I feel with Thiago's position, he's not playing in the Bundesliga anymore. This is not Bayern where he is so creative. There's enough space to do anything he wants. Pick a pass here, ding the ball over this person. Now he's forced to think very quickly, get the ball 1-2. This was, and I don't think I know he's very good at that. Playing at Barca, you can give quick passes. I feel like in the Premier League it's a different ball game. So I think right now, Klopp has to. He already said that he thinks the title race is over for Liverpool. So I think there's a chance now to give your 2 new centre backs the opportunity to play together. This will build them and help them. Because right now they have nothing to lose. They're out of the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and they've virtually lost the league. I think the Champions League, I'm not too sure they will be able to win it. So I think there's a chance to give those 2 centre backs a run of games. And I think with Van Dijk, we can now see how beneficial he was to that starting lineup. With him, you could see that Robertson and Arnold were confident, but with him out of the fold, you can see that their game has decreased by a huge number. We no longer see successful crosses from Trent. When he goes forward, he's found wanting at the back because he has no one to come up. So I feel like these kind of things have really affected them.
Yeah, I think we should thank Pink. I think we should thank Pickford for that. Huh? Yeah. So, David, what do you think about Liverpool's poor form?
I think I completely agree with what Salom said. Like I said, Van Dijk is very important, and some people may overlook it, but then mentally it has an effect on the players going forward. So the likes of the midfield, they are not really secure. Even I can even say Alisson, some mistakes he has made with Van Dijk in the team. He doesn't make those mistakes because Van Dijk deals with that easily. So yeah, I think it's very important. And also Thiago in the midfield or the DM doesn't work well for Liverpool because I feel like he slows the game down for Liverpool. Liverpool to be quick passes, counter, fast play and all that. But then Thiago, when he gets the ball, he's trying to look around, sometimes he's being pressed, so he has to take his time, turn around, try and beat them before he looks for a pass. So before they get out for the team are already regrouped and all that. So yeah, I think it's better for Klopp to take a gamble on the 2 centre backs. I mean, give them a chance, let them play, and then put your right people in the midfield. Let Fabinho and the same play. Let Jones and Thiago do their thing, and I think they'll be better. So yeah, that's what I think about.
So right now, Liverpool are out of the top 4. You think they could sneak in? Quick answer. Do you think they could sneak in?
Yeah, they can sneak in, but it depends on their players. Their players available.
So you think Liverpool will make the top 4?
Yeah, they'll make the top 4.
Without a doubt.
You think they'll make the top 4?
There's no way they are sitting out of the top 4, even with their current form. I think once there's a spark, they are going back, not to first, not to second, but they're definitely going back to the top 4.
All right. So let's talk about Manchester City for a bit. Obviously, as Liverpool are declining drastically, Manchester City are soaring higher than ever. They remind me of the Manchester City who tore up the league in 2017. So what do you guys think about this Manchester City team? Because it's a bit scary at the moment, considering the fact that some of their key players are out and they're still performing at the highest possible level. So what do you think about that one?
I think Pep made a statement at Anfield. He showed everyone in the league that, look, I don't have my best players, but I'm going to all up.
You're going to?
Sorry, I don't have my best players, but I'm going to show all of you why I'm the best coach in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what he has done to Gundogan. Yeah. He has revitalized him. I mean, in my opinion, like this, I'm just putting this out there. Gundogan is who I want Van der Beek to be.
Yeah.
That aside, I feel like Pep has shown them that look, you don't have to have your best players on the field. All of you are equally talented.
All right.
I see how he has really improved Foden very much. Like that guy is actually very special, and I think he doesn't get talked about a lot. Unlike Grealish, Greenwood, Saka, all these people, he is the best young English prospect out there, and he really he doesn't get a mention sometimes. And I feel like City's defense has been better than ever. This is the first time they've been confident since Company left, and with them being three, Diaz, Stones, and Laporte. If one of them gets injured, it's like nothing has happened at all. They still have one more person to replace him, fits in perfectly, and everything is going smoothly. And one thing I don't quite understand is why Juventus wanted to get rid of Cancelo when they had a gem on their hands. Like, if you really watch his game, you see that Pep doesn't really even play him at the left back or right back. He goes into midfield, gives them an extra bit of space, and they are playing their best game. And the scary thought about all of this is KDB and Aguero have not even been playing for a while. So imagine if they come back. I mean, it's over. It's already over, but I think there's no hope after that.
All right. So, David, what do you think about Manchester City?
So, basically summarize everything. It's like I said, City are running away with the league, and with Aguero and KDB coming back, they are going to be even stronger. So I don't see how they are going to slip up or let this lead go. So I think, City are going to win it. And I want to make a statement on what you said about Cancelo, why the player in Juventus made him go. I mean, football like this, our systems. Maybe in Juventus, the system he was playing there, you're not going to get the best out of him.
Yeah.
So, and I think in Man City, his system suits him very well. I think he's a very intelligent player. And to play for Pep, he might be very smart because he needs a lot of technical ability and all that. So, just to make it. But City have, I think they've won it basically. So,
but with what you said, I feel like, are they getting the best out of Danilo in that deal?
Danilo?
Yes.
I don't really watch but I don't think. I'm not really.
I mean, like, I can't understand, but I mean, football is a business.
I mean, Barca sold Atam.
I rest my case.
All right, so you guys, based on what you said, I think you feel like Manchester City is going to win the league. All right, then. So what do you think they'll do in the Champions League?
But the Champions League is a different game.
Because that's the trophy that has evaded them for.
I think
for a long time.
But I think to be able to win like a champion, you need to have a solid defense. So from their defense so far, I think they will do better than they've done previously. And now that they are getting Aguero and KDB back, I think they will probably have a fully fit squad, like first 11 and everything will be set. So I think they have a better chance of winning this year than they've had in years gone.
Okay, so quick one, Selom, where would Manchester City finish in the Champions League?
I feel like this is, like David said, this is their best year. I think they conceded about only 3 goals the whole of the group stages. So I think the only downfall will be maybe Bayern in the final, because I think they are going all the way. If they are able to stay away from Bayern until the final, I think they have a very big chance winning it.
David, you think they are going all the way?
Yeah, I mean, I know the top teams in Europe, I don't see who will stop in Man City. Because there's no, if not buying, and even buying their league, they are dropping some points, drawing against some lower teams and all that. So I don't know what's going on. So I think, City, I don't see any team stopping City unless they have a bad day. But I mean, football, that's before football, no one knows how can be football.
Yeah.
But I don't see anything.
But we all didn't see Leon stopping them, huh? But look what happened. So I think Manchester City will forever bottle the Champions League. And I don't think they'll win it, honestly. So that's enough about Manchester City. So right now, the last thing we are going to talk about is just Lingard's move to West Ham. Right now, West Ham sit fifth in the Premier League table. They are playing some good football. And based on what I'm seeing, I think the spark is just Lingard. So, Manchester, let me ask you, do you think Manchester United made a mistake sending just Lingard out?
No, I don't think it's just a mistake. I mean, all United fans will not like to admit it because of how see Lingard to be like our cult hero in a way, and what he has done for the club and all that. But I think as a footballer or in football, it gets to a time where you just have to admit that for the betterment of your career as a player, you need to leave where you are and just go to a team where you get regular football. And I mean, West Ham is not a team that's going to get relegated. They're going to be in the Premier for like the next 5 to 10 years. the next 5 years. So yeah, it's a good, and they're doing all right now. And I think it fits the West Ham system because Moyes likes energetic players who work hard and run a lot and all that. So he's doing all for them. And I think
So Selom, what do you think about just Lingard's performances for West Ham in the past few games?
I mean, it was a match made in heaven. I mean, being a Man U fan, Lingard is very close to our hearts. He's like our own baby child.
Yeah.
Or our own baby, sorry. So, but we all know that there was no way he was getting into the first exile. So we know that was the only, we all knew there was the only opportunity he had. So he had to take it. Because there's no way he was benching Bruno, playing at the right when Greenwood is there, and Amateur we just got. There was no way he was going to be in line because we needed a right winger. And I think with the way Van der Beek is already struggling, you could see that Lingard was also going to struggle getting into that team because there's nobody he's taking out. So I feel like him going to West Ham is going to revitalize his career. Like he has gotten a couple of goals and assists, already had a slight scuffle, a rise for a penalty. I mean, that's the Lingard we want to see. The energetic, dancing Lingard. That's what we want to see. And I feel like this kind of energy it was going to help West Ham. With them finishing with where they are right now, fifth, I think I'm not too certain about this, but I believe they could try and get a Europa League place, but I do not believe they are going to stay at the top, like the top 5 for much longer. I feel like if somehow Spurs can come up a bit, Arsenal can come up a bit, that might be the maybe 5th teams. Yeah. So I feel like Lingard has made a great choice going to West Ham, and I know that Moyes likes him, so hopefully he gets out there. It works perfectly for both of them.
Okay, so let me ask you guys quickly: would you take just Lingard at Manchester United? Would you take him back? Because obviously we know that it's just a 6 months loan to the end of the season, and so Selom, tell me something: would you take just Lingard back?
To be honest, I think it's reached the point where we have to say goodbye. There's no point in keeping him in the club, even though everyone needs. Look at City's bench, wonderful, and United need that kind of skill set in their bench. But I feel like you can't have a player who wants to go and play and he's on the bench. You know he's not going to be at his best. He'll be emotionally drained, mentally fatigued. So I think it's best if we just let him go. Because right now he's about 28, and being realistic, I don't know what he can offer that we don't really have right now. So I think it's about time we say goodbye. It hurts, but you have to say goodbye.
David?
Yeah, I think I would love to have him back, but then I don't see where he fits into our system. So I think the best thing for him and for the club, not for the club, but the club would like to have him back. But the best thing for him to do is to move to a team like West Ham where he can get regular football. Or you can see, like Selon said, his link with Declan Rice, or they have some banter among themselves and all that. So I mean, yeah, it's lovely to see. I mean, the fact that he's scoring and all that, it's nice for us to see. So yeah, it's nice. So I think that's the best thing for him to do.
So you wouldn't take him back at Manchester United?
But I don't see how he fits into our system. So yeah.
All right. That's good. So what do you think the realistic position for West Ham is at the moment? Prediction. Where do you think they'll place?
I think
7. Selom?
Like I said, anything below the 5th.
Give me a number.
8 or 7th.
Really?
Yes. I feel like right now to be honest, they're overachieving right now.
Yeah.
So if we're being realistic, 8 or 7th or 8th.
All right. So we're about to go. Give me your top 4 prediction now. quick.
Man City.
Yeah. In order.
Yeah. Man City.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Oh.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Oh.
Man United.
Oh, come
Man
on.
United 4th?
Yeah.
Really? Selom?
Shocked. The champion City.
Yeah.
The boys United 2nd.
Yeah.
Liverpool 3rd. Leicester 4th.
Leicester 4th.
Yes.
Forget Chelsea.
Forget Chelsea.
Spurs. Nobody
Spurs.
else.
Those are my top 4 boys. I know Brendan Rodgers let it slip last season. I don't think he's going to make that same mistake again.
Right.
I think there'll be a point where something clicks in Ole's head and the rest of the players' head that, look, we're somewhere at the top, let's finish there. So I feel like, and Klopp is definitely, after the Champions League win, the energy is going to be there, Jota coming back, I feel like they're going to make the push. So I'm staying with that top 4.
All right. So, 2 Manchester United fans. David thinks that Manchester United will finish 4th. Selom thinks they'll finish 2nd. Let's see what happens. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe and drop a comment down below. And let me know what your top 4 for this season will be. Thank you very much.